Are we waiting anything on Manjeet on that?
No. Just started our system. Give me 1 minute. Let me share my screen.
Okay, yeah, please. Yeah. So next week also same schedule, right? 3 days, three Monday.
Yep. Fine. So let's say start, and we already discussed regarding how we can install the vCenter server. Like, what are the prerequisites that we need to keep in our mind to install vCenter? And you know that the vCenter is considered as a backbone of our infrastructure. Means without vCenter server, we are not able to handle multiple virtual machines. We cannot take care the multiple ESXi that established by organization. So that is the reason vCenter considered as a centralized controller, not only to control the resources, it will also help us to manage and provide lots of services. Those services can help us to enhance the productivity. Is that correct? So this is our domain controller that I established like with name of class.com. Everything is okay. Like if I'm going to open our DNS, because you need to know about the DNS setting, both machine must be communicate to each other and your DNS must be working properly. So I have already configured everything that required. Like this is class.com, and in the class.com we established connected one ESXi, and over a ESXi we successfully installed one vCenter server. This is VCSA, and the IP address of our VCSA is 192.168.152.250. Both the machines are available with the NAT connection. Same setting I did with the reverse lookup zone, because you need to know about the reverse lookup zone is responsible to resolve IP to the name, and forward lookup zone is responsible to convert our name to the IP. Not convert, translate, you can say that. Right?
Translate.
So everything is
Yeah.
okay. This is ESXi
Yeah.
host. Yeah, do you want to say something?
No, no, no. Just
The
I'm
ESXi
okay.
that I established with 8.0, and the configuration of my ESXi up to 2 core of processor, and 16 GB of RAM, and definitely
Mhm.
I configured manual IP address in our ESXi host with preferred DNS, alternate DNS, and the gateway address, because your ESXi must be connected with minimum 20 to 25 Mbps of internet speed, because if your ESXi is connected with the internet, you can directly get the access of latest patch, latest update that introduced by Broadcom. You can say that VMware, right? So everything is okay. Let's proceed and try to understand about the base of vCenter server. Base of vCenter server, in the sense I'm talking about, we have a two different method to get the access of vCenter server, and every VMware engineer must need to know about how we can take care the features and services of vCenter server. This is our like as the topics that we discussed in previous class, like the vCenter server can help us to provide an option to create a clone, template, cluster, HA, DRS, fault tolerance, multiple features provided by vCenter server. Is that correct? So
Yeah.
now I'm moving to the another important topic, like as how to use vCenter server. This is really important for us. After the completion of installation, you should know about the use cases, how we can utilize the feature of vCenter server. So in case of using vCenter server, we have a two different way. I'm just going to
Mhm.
divide into two different parts. For example, this is vCenter server, and you know that we already configured IP address to this vCenter server machine 192.168.152.1250. This is the IP
Oh, yeah.
address, and about the name of this machine we established with name of VCSA.
Mhm.
Name to IP and IP to the name, basically managed by our domain controller, our DNS server. We have a two different method to get the access of vCenter server. One is basically considered as a configuration page. One is basically config,
Computer.
and the second one is inventory page.
Mhm.
right? You can also consider it as a portal. Configuration page and inventory portal both are really important for us. Means who is responsible to take care of the infrastructure of virtualization? He must need to know about the gap between the configuration page and the another important part is related to the inventory page. Any input? Any idea about these two important ports? At these two important portal?
Uh, Inventory page is like you have all the inventory about the VMs, ESXi host, and all those. On configuration page is the page where it has all the details about the configurations and about the vCenter and all the it has the details, how many hosts, and what are the total capacity of those hosts, RAM, CPU, memory, data stores, and all that.
Exactly. And clear. So basically, yes, definitely we can use our vCenter server by using two different important portal. One is configuration page. The configuration page is basically you can get the access of configuration page by using. Just give me 1 minute. That's required like as HTTP, and you need to provide the IP address. You need to open any browser 168.152.254.250 colon 5480, right? This is the URL and the logical port number that you need to use to open the configuration page. Apart from this, if we talk about the inventory, how we can get the access of inventory, same method, HTTP and then the IP address. You need to provide the IP address 152.250 and add colon and try to open with the help of 443, right? When we press enter, it will redirect us on the page of inventory. It will show you the features of inventory. Next, how we can utilize these activity. The first one, the configuration page can help us to know about your vCenter server, right? vCenter server, you can get the information about all the features related to the vCenter server, manage all services. Those services are responsible to handle our vCenter server. You can configure backup of vCenter server, and we are able to perform the task to set up a replication of vCenter server. It will not help us to manage any ESXi, okay? To maintain the vCenter server only. If I'm going to proceed and use this particular feature, right, only the vCenter server, it will give us option to handle the vCenter services only, not another.
Mhm.
Is that
I
clear?
don't know. Yeah, it is clear.
Great. Apart from this, if we talk about the inventory, so in previous class we talked about with the help of vCenter server, we are able to perform multiple tasks. Multiple tasks in the sense like as you can use for creating a clone template and all the things that you can manage with the help of this particular page. All right. So let's talk more about it.
Mhm.
It is applicable to configure the features of vCenter server. The features like as a we can manage clone, add multiple ESXi host, and you can also use your config inventory page to perform the task of making cluster HATRS.
FP is not here. Okay.
These all points you can use to set up our infrastructure, right? Means correlated to the services which are available in our vCenter server, so you can manage everything.
Yeah.
Next, apart from this, let's talk about how it's look like. This is really important for us. We must need to know about how our vCenter server can perform the task and how we can handle the feature of our uh, like the inventory page. This is also important for us. We should know about the gap. So I'm
Mhm.
going to show you the look of both the page, like it's both the portal, to access our vCenter server in the format of uh, what we can say that 5480 http and 192.168.152.250 colon
Hold
5480. Hit enter. vCenter server is started, no problem. Let me try with the server that we established, the domain controller. Make sure both machines must be communicate to each other. 5480. This is our vCenter server inventory page. Just give me 1 minute. One second, please. This is the page of our inventory, means we just need to log in with the help of administrator. And you know
Mhm.
that while set up our infrastructure, you must need to provide one password, right? This is really important for us. We must need to configure one password, and it will redirect us on the page of inventory. Multiple
Mhm.
features, multiple options provided by our vCenter server inventory page. You are able to find this is the IP address of your vCenter server, means it will provide
Yes.
us an option to connect multiple hosts on this particular panel. N number of
Mhm.
hosts. As I install my vCenter server using Tiny. So
Mhm.
in case of Tiny, how many ESXi we can connect and how many virtual machines we can connect? Because while installation of our vCenter server, it will give us an option where we can add like a n number of ESXi hosts. This is the list of ESXi. In Tiny, you can connect these like the that much type of
Mhm.
ESXi and how many virtual machines can support by the normal vCenter server, Tiny vCenter
Yeah.
server. So I hope you are aware about it.
Yeah.
So, okay, fine. So 10 ESXi and up to 100 virtual machines you can manage with the help of this ESXi, because we provided only 16 GB of RAM and 300 GB of hard drive with 4 core of processors. So these
Yeah.
configuration is applicable to configure and manage up to 100 virtual machines and
Yes.
up to 100 10 different ESXi host. Correct?
Such a host. Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
that really important part, you should know about the basic identification of our vCenter server. This is the location of data center where we can find the information about the number of ESXi that you have. This is the panel where we can find the clone and templates. If you created a templates, the all template basically saved by this particular option. This is all about the data center. If any kind of data center, I'm talking about the share storage that you added with vCenter server, you can just click here and it will provide us option related to the number of data centers that we added. And this is correlated to the networking. We are not able to find
Mhm.
anything because these all are the blank, because we haven't added any kind of ESXi with our environment. You will get the
Okay.
feature of these options when you add the ESXi. Remember? So without ESXi, we cannot perform any task with the vCenter server. So what you need to do? Very simple step. One ESXi is
Mhm.
already available, right? The ESXi that
Yeah.
we use to install the vCenter server, which is running properly, and
Mhm.
I need to create one more ESXi, right? So for the testing
Mhm.
purpose, you must need to set up minimum more than one ESXi host in the environment. Is that correct? It's mandatory. You must
Yeah.
need to configure more than one ESXi. Let me
One is
install
here. Yeah.
one more ESXi with same version like ESXi 8.0, ESXi 8,
Mhm.
and let me put it on my location. ESXi 8. Not much. I'm going to provide 80 GB of hard drive to store the information. Definitely, you must need to put into the NAT because the another computers are also available with same configuration, NAT configuration, right? The IP at the RAM 66.5 GB RAM enough, and this space will also help us to create one virtual machine.
Mhm.
ESXi proceed to install, and once we ready with the second ESXi, we are going to add our ESXi host to the vCenter server. It will not take much time. It will hardly take 5 to 7 minutes to get installed it on our vCenter server, right?
Yeah.
Software vSphere 8.0, okay, and you should restart your virtual machine to boot your computer from ESXi host.
Yeah.
Installation is in progress, and like you
Mhm.
need to follow few steps, the basic steps required to install our recent ESXi host. Apart from this, meanwhile, let me go back to the page and try to install our try to connect our ESXi to vCenter server.
Okay.
Now this UI page, and it will take time.
Yeah.
Installation is in progress. Okay, so meanwhile, if I'm going to open the page of our vCenter server inventory page, this is a type of inventory page, right? And
Yeah.
definitely we need to start with data centers, like the data center options
Mhm.
that we have. Identification remains same, like without ESXi, no use of any options which are available on this particular portal, right? The usage of inventory features only with the virtual machines are ESXi host. If we don't have a ESXi, you know that we are not able to set up virtual machine. vCenter server will never give us option to create virtual machine or any kind of activity. It is just a mediator which is responsible to add multiple ESXi and configure multiple virtual machines which are available in our ESXi host. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so second ESXi is also in progress. It will hardly take 5 minutes to get ready, and once our both the ESXi will ready to use, definitely we are going to perform and connect both ESXi with same data center or vCenter server. Installation is in progress. I'm going back. Right click on the IP address that you are getting, right? And it will give us a
Yeah.
multiple option. One is data center, one is folder, license assignment,
Focus.
export the log, tag and custom attributes, add permissions, and add alert,
Alarm.
kind of alert.
Yes.
So the important part, you should know about the gap between data centers and new folder. Why we need to set up a
Yes.
multiple folder and why we need to add directly to the data center. So very
Mhm.
basic steps required. Like you are going to handle a large infrastructure in the sense like in your organization, one vCenter server is responsible to manage multiple ESXi hosts, right? N number
Yeah.
of ESXi hosts that you establish in the environment. Like 6 different ESXi are available, and each and every ESXi contain their own virtual machine. Definitely, ESXi is responsible to contain virtual machines. Correct?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now, for self usage, for like as a for benefit to troubleshoot the issues related to the virtual machines and the ESXi, what you did, you established your ESXi uh, according to the department. Okay, like ESXi 1 and 2 are applicable to contain the virtual machines related to maybe HR department, right? As it is, the ESXi 3 and 4 are applicable to manage virtual machines for sales department, right? And the another ESXi 6 and 5 are responsible to take care of the all virtual machines that you are going to share with the
IT
department of
department.
IT. Correct? So in this
Mhm.
situation, this is really helpful because you know that that is the reason organizational unit come into the picture with domain controller to organize your infrastructure, right? To organize your infrastructure according
Mhm.
to the organization, according to the setup that you are currently using, that will help us to provide easy to troubleshoot, easy to monitor, easy to track the resources. So if you are
Uh,
going to handle multiple department with multiple ESXi host, please try to create folders. You need to create a folder according to the department. Like first department, we decided department. This
HR.
is HR department. And you know that under the HR department, we are going to add data center.
Yeah.
Clear? As it is, we can add sales department, we can add IT department. It's up to you. But in the format of folder. In the format of
Folder.
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 The second, we are going to add IT department. Once you're ready with the folder, you need to right click on folder and now it will again give you option related to the data center. Right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to add
Yeah.
my data center. So data center, like I decided IT data center. Fine. So IT department contains the IT data center. And now once you add your data center, now it will give us option to add hosts. You cannot add
Yes.
your host directly to the folder, I think. Is that correct? It will not give us option because it's just
Yeah.
a type of container that help us to contain the
Container. Yeah.
number of data center, and then you can proceed and connect your ESXi host.
Yeah.
Fine. So our data center is connected, and maybe our ESXi is also ready to use. Let me verify the status of our ESXi host. Yeah, which is ready to use. You need to restart back here and right click on your data center, and now it will give us another option. Whenever we
Add
right click
host.
on our folder, it will provide us just basic information. Same options you will get whenever we right click on the folder. But whenever we
Folder.
click
Yeah.
on the data center, it will give us option what you want to do. Do you want to create cluster? Do you want to add DB switch? Do you want to add virtual machine? Or deploy any kind of OVA, OVF template? But OVA, OVF template required of one dedicated ESXi host. So let me add ESXi host first, add, and here we need to provide the 192.168.152 dot the IP address of our ESXi host, right? So 167, this is the IP address of our ESXi host.
Mhm.
Next, you should provide the username and password. So let me provide my username and password. Hit enter. Next, and next again. No need to do anything. Next, data center of IT department, create. We successfully like as added one ESXi host to the IT
Yeah.
department, and IT department is part of IT department folder. IT
Okay.
data
Yeah.
center contain one ESXi, and the ESXi contain vCSA, and this is our vCenter server. Basically, you can say that this is our vCenter server.
So yeah.
Second ESXi is also ready to use. Let me check the IP address that default provided by our ESXi host. This is the default IP address 192.168.152.169, and let me configure it for static. Right, currently we are getting a kind of automatic. You need to make it fix. Gateway same. IPv6 must be disabled. I don't want to conflict our IP address with IPv6. This is your DNS detail. So the DNS IP that I configured 150. Alternate DNS 8.8.8. And what about hostname? ESXi
Oh, it's I
8. Okay. Our second
yeah.
ESXi. Hit enter.
Yeah.
Go to the custom domain. And here we need to provide our domain name
Yeah.
class.com.
Dot, dot coms.
Skip,
Yeah.
press Y to save the configuration.
And we have to
And
restart it again, right?
not required, we just need to
Okay.
check the network management. That's it.
Mhm.
Right, we successfully configured our ESXi host, the manual IP address with the ESXi host, and you know that we have two different way to access our ESXi. One, you can
Mhm.
directly access your ESXi by putting the IP address of ESXi directly to the browser, right? 169, and proceed to unsafe root and provide password.
Yeah.
This is our ESXi host. And second step, you should make it member of domain controller. So open manage, go to the security and users, and then you should click on authentication. Join your domain. The domain name
Class
is
dot.
class.com. Make it member of domain controller. We
Mhm.
added our ESXi to the domain controller, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
Now going back to the vCenter server inventory, and in inventory,
Mhm.
let me add another ESXi host.
Yes, it's a host. Like 50.
192.168.152.169. Right, username and password. Both ESXi, like we added to our vCenter server, and now you can use your ESXi host to manage virtual machine. The main agent that we are going to take care of our virtual machines, correct?
Yeah.
Now, so what you need to do, responsibility to add a storage, because we already added a storage in our 169 that contain the vCenter server, but in 167 contain their own local storage, but in our 169 we just added, so we need to provide one dedicated storage. So every
Mhm.
time, like you always try to establish, always give the share storage to our virtual machines. You need to put your virtual machine that you are planning to create in your ESXi host must be contained by the share storage, because if your virtual machine is available in the local storage, then definitely it will create a problem while set up HADRS or any kind of fault tolerance activity that you are going to perform. It will definitely not help us. Local storage will never help us to set up HADRS, fault tolerance, cluster, not applicable.
Mhm.
All good?
Yeah.
So, how we can add the storage? You know very well about the way to set up the storage services with any ESXi host. Like very simple step, you can use your domain controller, the domain machine that I'm currently using, and in the domain machine, let me check how much space do we have. Disk mgmt.msc. It will show us the number of hard disks that I added. One hard disk with capacity of 60 gig, but I'm planning to add one more hard drive with this virtual machine to store our data. The storage capacity, let me proceed with 120 GB, right?
Yeah.
Once you add your hard drive, virtual hard drive with ESX, with the domain controller, same space we are going to use to distribute with our ESXi host. Open your disk management.
Rescan the disk. Yeah. Try to format the disk.
We need to make it live, right? We need to install it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Create a partition, local volume.
Yeah.
Now, eDrive is ready to use. You know that we have a two different protocol that we can use to manage our share storage. One, you can proceed with the like the feature of iSCSI, and you can set up your share storage with the help of NFS as well. So let me install iSCSI,
Mm-hmm.
iSCSI server, and install it. In progress. We have to wait for a few more minutes. Then back to the main page and click on File and Services, iSCSI, and create one iSCSI drive. The one is iSCSI virtual drive, 120 GB that we just added, and type the name, share storage, and click next. How much space we need to assign? 50 gig is enough, because the remaining space we are going to use for the another purpose, like using NFS. New iSCSI target. Type the name of your new iSCSI target, and this is really important page where we can find the where we can add the value or IP address of ESXi. One ESXi 192.168 dot
162.
192.167, right? One IP with
Yeah.
167. Second IP address 192.168.152.169. Fine, both the IP addresses we added successfully, and now you
Yeah.
can send, you can transfer your data, you can
Mm-hmm.
save your.
I think you're on mute.
Next, next, and create. Ready? We successfully
Yeah.
created a one share drive for our ESXi, both the ESXi host, ESXi
Yeah.
1, ESXi 2, back to the vCenter server, the page of
Mm-hmm.
vCenter server, because we already provided. One storage we
Yeah.
need to add with 169, another storage we need to add with 167, right? Because these both the ESXi must be associated with the same infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going back. Definitely need to add with 169 and 167 both. So click on
Mm-hmm.
169 and then we are able to find multiple options are available. Summary about your ESXi, you can monitor. We don't have a virtual machine, so no use of monitoring. And this is the configuration page.
Correct.
In the configuration page, a number of features are available: storage,
Yeah.
networking, virtual machines, and the last one is system, then hardware, then flash memory or virtual flash. It will
Yeah.
provide you each and every information related to our ESXi host in the format of GUI, in the format of graphical user interface. Is that
Mm-hmm.
correct? So, our responsibility to add storage devices. So, whenever we click on the storage devices, mm, it will show you the number of storage devices that are connected. One is added as a local storage,
So yeah.
right? So one is added as a local storage,
Local
but
storage.
this
Yeah.
storage is responsible to uh, contain the files of our ESXi host. This is responsible to
Mm-hmm.
contain the file of ESXi host. Done. And let's proceed. Our responsibility to
Mm-hmm.
add what? We need to add our share storage that we just created. Very simple steps required. You just need to, like, as a, you always try to add your storage with the help of adapter, right? Because
Yeah.
you know that you need to add one virtual adapter, and the virtual adapter is responsible to add any kind of share storage that you shared with the help of iSCSI protocol. So add software adapter. In the software adapter, definitely we are going to add our iSCSI. Click OK,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
one iSCSI adapter is added successfully. This is our iSCSI adapter. You have to open it, and whenever we open it will provide multiple options:
Mm-hmm.
devices no connected, and this is the path, right? This is path. Dynamic discovery, static discovery, both options are available. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to select dynamic
Mm-hmm.
discovery
Mm-hmm.
and add your device, right? We need to add our devices that we added. It will give us option where we need to provide the ISKZ detail, right? Our server IP address, because the server is responsible to distribute their storage 192.168.152.150. This is the IP address, correct?
Yeah.
And you can click, type the name, share storage. Now we added successfully one share storage. You need to proceed with the dynamic share storage. Okay. So you
Sorry.
added your dynamic storage with the logical port number of 3260. This is the logical port number that required to attach our ESXi host. That attach our
Mhm.
share storage, the any kind of share storage that you connected.
Mhm.
Next.
Mm.
Then in the important part, our
Okay.
responsibility to check and verify that device is
Yeah.
connected or not. You just need to refresh.
Yeah. It may take some time, right?
Yep, it will take time to connect with our like iSCSI device. Or you can also go to the main page,
Mhm. Of the host. Okay.
connect your host separately. Means apart from using vCenter server, you just need to connect. Still, we are not able to find any storage, right? Go to the adapter, and we added one iSCSI adapter. This is the adapter, I think, the software iSCSI, and we already added, this is the IP address that we successfully configured with the help of our vCenter server.
Reset. Sorry.
Rescan the storage and then click on data store. Go to the new data store. Next, it will give us the option the storage that we shared. Share
Share here.
storage with the help of ESXi, 50 GB of space. Definitely, I
50
want to
GB. Yeah.
utilize all the space. If you
Mhm.
really want to perform the task of HA and DRS, both ESXi,
Yeah.
not single, both the ESXi must be connected with the same storage. Both the
Same storage. Yeah.
ESXi must be connected with
Same storage.
same
Yes. Yeah.
storage.
So both the data store. Yeah. Yeah. So both the data stores should be uh, visible on both the
Yep,
ESXi
yep.
host and also, yeah, the network shares. Right. Yeah. I get that. It's because when VMs flip from one
Yeah,
ESXi host to
fault
other,
tolerance,
yeah, they
HADRS,
have to
migration,
go to
vMotion,
the.
SVMotion. These topics, these options will be work, and once the
Yeah.
both ESXi will be connected with the same share storage. So now we already added. We just need to go to the iSCSI adapter and provide the IP address. That's it. Activate the iSCSI adapter.
Mhm.
Add dynamic target. IP address same 192.168.152.150 and click configuration. Save configuration.
Yeah.
And definitely rescan it. Go to the data store. Create new
Mhm.
data store. It will take time. It will automatically reflect to the data store. You should
Yeah.
wait. The share storage is added. No need to add. You just need to provide the IP address, and it will we get the access of the space that you have already shared with your portal, with your like as a um, share storage provided.
Mhm.
Okay, all good. Now let's go back to the vCenter server, right? And let's try how it work. This is our status connected. This is vCenter server, and if I'm going to refresh the page, it will give us information about the data center that we just added, right?
Mhm.
One MSFT, this is the storage that we provided, added successfully. Go to the storage device, and here we are able to find 150 gig of hard disk connected as a share storage with name of share storage, correct?
Storage. Yeah.
Now, the really important part. We need to create one virtual machine. I'm
Mhm.
going to create one VM, and virtual
Yeah.
machine must be part of our ESXi. And you
This
can
is a
decide,
host.
it's up to you.
Which name? Whatever the name. Yeah.
And your virtual machine
Mhm.
must be um installed on our
On another.
share storage. Always try
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
install operating system on share storage.
Store. Yeah.
One storage is applicable. I'm going to select next, next. No need to do anything. Windows, and definitely I need to prefer 64-bit,
Yeah.
and make sure the hard disk that you are going to use must be thin provision, right?
In provision. Yeah.
48 GB is like the much amount. I'm going to proceed with 25. RAM.
Yeah. Since we are not going to install any applications or anything, yeah, we can give. Yeah. Little bit. Understand.
So only blank operating system we are planning to set up with our virtual machine, right? Just a basic operating
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Now, virtual
Yeah.
machine is ready to use. Our responsibility to install one operating system, definitely. But
Yeah.
for the operating system, you know that
To give IP address.
you need to turn on and also attach or upload the operating system to this
PM.
particular VMware, right?
Yeah.
No operating system found. So go back to our vCenter server, click on action, and go to the settings of our virtual machines. This is the setting of our VM, CD, and DVD. The
Yeah.
multiple options are available. You can proceed with data
Yeah.
store ISO image. You can proceed with the library. If any kind of library that you establish, you can connect ISO image from the library. And the last one is host device. The meaning
Host
of
device.
host device means any pen drive that connected, any hard disk that connected with your base machine. So it will pick the information about ISO image directly from your base computer. It will pick the information directly from your
So
base.
okay, so this is like any hard disk or any pen drive that is connected to the ESXi host, right? You mean to say
Sorry,
host device here is the ESXi host, the physical ESXi host where you connect it, right?
correct.
Okay, okay, I get that now.
Cool. So let's proceed with next.
Mhm.
Now, uh, so the best way, like in the production environment, you always collect the multiple multiple ISO image. So I think we can
Yeah,
proceed with the content library, right? We always
yeah.
stored and
Mhm.
put our multiple ESXi, not only for Windows 10 operating system, like as per the requirement, right? Maybe sometime you need to install Linux, sometime required to install Mac operating system. So as per the requirement, you need to change your operating
Change.
system type, correct?
Yeah.
So better to create a library.
Mhm.
Virtual machine is already available, so I'm just going to turn off. because whenever we
Yeah.
upload any kind of ISO image, definitely it will take time.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
we can set up the library? This is really important for us. We must need to know about the way how we can establish our content
Good.
library.
Yeah. Good.
The content
Yeah.
library
Good.
can help us to perform lots of tasks. You just need to click
Yeah.
on
vSphere client.
vSphere
Yeah.
client.
Go to
It
con.
will give you lots of information. The first one is inventory, second is one is monitoring, and the third one is related to the
Yeah.
uh,
Administration.
administration, like that can help us to perform licensing, replication, and all the things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to proceed with the content library. And in the content library, definitely you need to provide one storage, and you can use existing storage, right? Create ISO images, right? It's up to you.
Yeah.
Not only the ISO image, the content library can also help us to put your clones and templates.
Yeah.
50 gig we already provided. This is our vCenter server. Next, local content library, subscribed content library, right? We have a two different way. In case of subscribed content library, you just need to provide what you need to provide only the URL,
URL and the.
and it will directly connect to the platform. Enable
Yeah.
publishing, yes, I want to enable it because sometime if multiple ESXi, multiple vCenter server are available in the environment, and I decided to share my content library with another vCenter server, so you must need to activate. Enable authentication, mandatory to provide the user ID and password, correct? That help us to
Yeah.
provide security. If you are the owner of entire infrastructure, then not required. But if multiple
Mhm.
users are available in the infrastructure, so in this case you need to
Yeah.
proceed.
Okay. That's. Yeah.
Next, apply security policy, not required. Where you want to put share
And
storage,
to put
a
on this.
local storage. So
Yeah.
definitely share storage. We are going to store
Storage.
our
Yeah.
space. We are going to utilize this space of share storage. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now our library is okay. Whenever we open the page of library, other type OA file, VM template. This is not a VM template, right? You
Yeah.
can proceed with other types,
Yeah.
right? ISO image, action, and import item.
Import item. Yeah.
So whenever we proceed with import item, it will give us option two different options. You can
Yeah.
proceed with URL, you can upload the files directly. All
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
I need to copy ISO image from my base machine, right? Because all ISO
Yeah.
images are available on my base machine, Windows 10.
Yeah.
Paste on our virtual machine because we are trying to upload from virtual machine, right?
Yeah. After this topic, can we hold off for today and
Yeah, I'm going to upload
continue?
to one or two ISO image, and we are going to connect on Monday, and then we'll proceed for the clone and template. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay.
Thank you so much. We'll share recording by evening.
Okay. And also, like, the BC, the vCenter OS as well.
ISO image.
Um, yeah, yeah, yes, image. And yeah, I think I asked you in the past, can you share the vCenter 8 document, that main guide, something like that?
Fine, fine. We'll try to share by tomorrow. I'll get some
Yeah.
time in weekend, so you just need to remind me. Just ping me, and I'll upload
Okay.
and share with you with Google Drive. Fine.
Sure. No problem on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah.